Right now, at this exact second, someone in China is sitting inside a two-seat aircraft. There is no pilot, there is no joystick, there are no controls. They tap a screen and they fly. No license required. At the exact same time, inside a testing lab, engineers just fired up an engine that gets 106 miles to a single gallon of fuel. 106 miles. Stamped, verified, and certified by Guinness World Records. We are currently living through the single most violent shift in transportation since the invention of the car, and it is happening so fast, most people haven't even noticed. In this video, we are breaking down 8 flying vehicles that are not concepts. They are real, they are tested, and they are about to make the road look like a joke. Plus, we're going to break down that 106 miles per gallon engine that has legacy automakers absolutely terrified. If you want to understand what the next 10 years of human history look like, hit subscribe. We're on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and we need you with us. Let's get into it. Let's start with pure, unadulterated adrenaline. The Gravity Industries jet suit. This isn't about sitting in a comfortable leather seat while a computer does the math. This is about strapping 5 actual jet engines to your body and flying like a real-life superhero. British inventor Richard Browning built a rig with 2 engines on each arm and 1 on the back. Combined, over 1,000 horsepower. That is more than a modern hypercar strapped directly to your spine. To steer, you use your own body weight. Lean forward, you shoot forward. It maxes out at 53 miles per hour and can climb to 12,000 feet. Right now, it burns fuel so fast you only get 10 minutes of flight time. But military units and paramedics are already testing this to fly directly over gridlocked traffic to save lives. It's early, it's raw, but it is proving that personal human flight is physically possible. But what happens when you take that raw speed and give it to a drone? Enter the Airspeeder Mk3. This was built for one reason: the world's first flying car racing series. Pilots sit in remote simulation rigs wearing VR headsets, aggressively flying these drones through 3-dimensional aerial tracks at 186 miles per hour. Think about Formula One. F1 gave us carbon fiber, advanced aerodynamics, and hybrid engines that eventually trickled down to the Honda Civic in your driveway. Airspeeder is doing the exact same thing for the sky. Every time one of these racers almost crashes at 180 miles per hour, the collision avoidance AI learns. The battery management systems get pushed to the absolute limit. This racing league is the secret laboratory building the safety software for the civilian aircraft of tomorrow. And that brings us to the civilian aircraft, the Jetson ONE. People are calling this the Tesla of personal aviation. It weighs just 190 pounds, lighter than a motorcycle. It has 8 electric motors and hits 63 miles per hour. And the best part? In many places, you don't even need a pilot's license to fly it. The onboard flight computer is basically your invisible co-pilot. If you panic and let go of the joystick mid-flight, the Jetson doesn't fall. It just stops, hovers perfectly in place, and waits for you to calm down. Right now, it's an expensive toy for early adopters. But remember the first cell phones? Give this 5 years in mass production, and personal flight will feel as natural as pulling out of your driveway. The pivotal Helix takes that individual freedom even further. This is an American-made, 254-pound ultralight flyer. 8 tilted rotors, fixed wings. The company claims you can learn to fly it in under an hour because the software handles all the complex stabilization. The Helix represents the American approach to flying cars. Lightweight, individual freedom, minimal regulations. But on the other side of the planet, China is doing something completely different. In major Chinese cities, fully autonomous drone fleets are already delivering hot food and packages to neighborhood kiosks every single day. No human drivers, just thousands of drones sharing the same airspace, managed by an AI traffic grid. That delivery network is a massive, real-world practice run for what's coming next: passenger drones. Which brings us to the EHang EH216-S. Remember that pilotless aircraft we talked about at the start of the video? This is it. A fully autonomous passenger drone. No steering wheel, no pedals. You sit down, tap a screen, and it takes you there. Here is why this changes history. In October 2023, the Chinese Aviation Authority gave this aircraft an official type certificate. They tore this thing apart, tested every failure point, and officially declared it safe for human passengers. This is the first autonomous passenger-carrying drone in human history to be fully certified. It has 16 independent rotors. If anything goes wrong, a ground control center can take over. But 99% of the time, the AI is your captain. But what if you need to go further than across town? Meet the AutoFlight Prosperity. This is a massive electric air taxi designed to carry multiple passengers between entire cities. It just set a world record by flying 155 miles on a single electric charge. That is Washington, D.C. to New York City on batteries alone. But range doesn't matter if people are too scared to get in. So the engineers built independent layers of survival tech. If a critical motor dies mid-flight, the AI detects it in a fraction of a second and deploys a ballistic parachute, floating the entire cabin gently to the ground. If a parachute isn't needed, the AI can perform a dead-stick emergency landing entirely on its own. Statistically, this will eventually be much safer than driving on the highway. Now, prepare to have your mind blown. Most companies try to make a car that flies, and they end up with something that sucks at driving and sucks at flying. The Chinese engineers at XPeng AeroHT said, let's separate them. So, they built a massive 6-wheeled electric truck that looks like a lunar rover. It's spacious, tough, and drives beautifully. But hidden inside the cargo bay of this truck is a fully electric 2-seat aircraft. You drive this beast to an open field, press one single button, and the aircraft physically deploys from the back, unfolds its arms, and takes off. Because they are using standard EV batteries and motors, the production cost is surprisingly low. A weekend road trip isn't just a drive anymore. It's a drive followed by your own private air show. The ultimate vision of the future. The XTI TriFan 600. This isn't a weekend toy. This is a regional airline replacement. It uses 3 massive ducted fans. To take off, they point straight down, lifting the aircraft vertically off a corporate parking lot or a rooftop. No runways, no TSA lines. Once in the air, the fans rotate 90 degrees, and this thing turns into a high-speed airplane. It cruises at 380 miles per hour at 30,000 feet with a range of 1,500 miles. A miserable 6-hour road trip through gridlock becomes a 90-minute luxury flight. It fundamentally changes where humans can choose to live and work. But as insane as all of these flying machines are, the most disruptive piece of technology in the world right now is actually happening on the ground. At the Beijing Auto Show, a company called Geely dropped a bombshell. They unveiled a hybrid engine that achieves 106 miles per gallon on a public road in a standard family sedan, verified by Guinness World Records. When gas burns in your car, only about 30% of it actually moves you forward. The rest is wasted heat. Toyota, the king of hybrids, maxed out at 41% efficiency. Formula One race cars, which cost millions of dollars, hit 50%. Geely just built a $10,000 passenger car that hits 48.4% efficiency. They are literally matching Formula One engine science in a grocery getter. And they aren't alone. BYD just launched a hybrid that can drive from Miami to Boston on 1 tank of gas without stopping. Legacy automakers in Detroit are years behind this tech. And because Geely owns Volvo, Polestar, and partners with Mercedes, these super engines are already bleeding into Western markets. Look at the big picture: autonomous air taxis, fold-out drone trucks, cars that go 1,300 miles on a tank. We are watching transportation have its smartphone moment. 10 years from now, the way we travel will be unrecognizable. Between a car that flies out of your driveway and an engine that drives 1,000 miles on a tank, which one changes your life more? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one.